Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets are set to open just higher on positive signs of a global economic recovery, but ranges will be tight with the US markets on holiday and the number of coronavirus cases still mounting. At 7 o'clock this morning, the DAX future contracting Germany traded 0.5% higher, FTSE 100 futures contracting the UK up 0.2%, and CAC 40 futures in France up 0.4%. Economic data released earlier Friday pointed to a brisk pickup in the Chinese service sector, with the Caixin Service Purchasing Managers Index coming in at 58.4 in June, the highest reading in 2 months. With the US reading Thursday at the additional 4.8 million jobs in June above the average forecast of 3 million, there are signs that the two largest economies in the world may be spluttering back into life. Yet the danger surrounding the COVID-19 outbreak remains, particularly in America, which recorded over 50,000 new cases Thursday for the second day in a row. The US accounts for around a quarter of 10.8 million coronaviruses recorded worldwide. More than 36 US states have seen increases in COVID-19 cases, prompting them to delay and, in some cases, reverse plans to let stores reopen and activities resume, threatening to derail the nascent recovery. Turning back to Europe, volumes are likely to be limited Friday, with the US enjoining a 3-day weekend to celebrate Independence Day. Economic data will center around the final PMI services indexes for the region, while in corporate news, UK-based banking giant HSBC could be in the spotlight after pledging to boost investments in China, even after Beijing launched sweeping new security legislation to crack down on Hong Kong. Other stocks in focus will include Fiat Chrysler and Peugeot after reports that the two are looking at ways to reduce the planned special dividend that was due to be paid to FCA shareholders ahead of their merger. Oil prices dropped on Friday as the continued growth of new coronavirus cases, in particular in the US, given its importance as the world's largest oil consumer, has prompted worries that the recovery in demand of fuel would stall as states reimpose travel restrictions. At 7 o'clock this morning, US crude future traded 0.9% lower at 40.27 a barrel. The international benchmark Brent contract fell 1% to 42.72. Gold futures fell 0.3% to $1,784.85 per ounce. Speaking a parliamentary address on Friday, Germany's Angela Merkel said, "We are preparing on every level for a no-deal Brexit." The sterling pound has come under fresh selling pressure on Merkel's reiteration about the diminishing odds for a Brexit deal. GBP USD drops 0.13% to 124.53, having hit a daily low of 124.38. The UK government also faces internal political headwind as the opposition Labour Party leader Keir Starmer emphasises the need for an inquiry into the government's handling of the coronavirus. According to Commerzbank, GBP USD is heading towards the 200-day moving average, seen at 126.86, where the cable is expected to install initially. On the other way, the 55-day moving average at 124.15 provides some support. According to OCBC, Eurodollar takes the bids around 112.36 flat on the day, as the pair looks to be building a base at 112 psychological level. Risk-related gains were paired as headlines that the EU remains far from agreement in the virus recovery package flowed through. This limited the Eurodollar's gains and left it firmly within range again. The inability to breach 112 should be a warning sign for bears, and with the short-term implied valuations also turning higher, the bias appears to be for the pair to build base around 112 for another move higher. The dollar index was down 0.1% at 97.203. Dollar yen was flat at 107.5. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.